welcome. My name is Lexi Jong, and here I like to talk about luxury beauty. And today we are doing the June repurchase review. For those of you who are new here, what I do is I go through every item that I featured in a video during the past month and whether or not I would repurchase it. So any updates or thoughts on those products come up as well. So let's get started. We're going to work our way backwards. All right, so we are starting off with the Armani Lip Power. So I picked up 3 of these. This one here is shade 104. And I have to say, I love the applicator. This teardrop applicator works perfectly on the lips. I love the formula of these. They are a thin balm type texture to them, and they're very comfortable. And for me, they really hold up throughout the day and still retain shine a lot longer than other lipsticks. This one here is 503, which is a pinker one. And they have a variety of colors on, well, in this collection. So I bought these from the Armani website. I don't know if the code's still working, but I used Indulge15 to get 15% off. And then Top Cashback had a great deal of 13%. So definitely check into that if you're interested. These are also available at Sephora and I think some other sites as well. So these I really like. I would definitely purchase these again, and I would potentially pick up some more shades of this. So these also have some nice like brownie shades. They got the pinky nudes. They've got some deeper shades as well. So they do have a wide range to suit a variety of tastes. Next, we have the Chanel Summer Quad. So there are 2 quads that were released. I picked up just this one. This is 378 Douceur Serenité. I'm wearing it on my eyes today, and it is one of my favorite Chanel quads now. I love purple eyeshadow, and I think this one is fantastic. I also picked up all 14 of the new formula in the eyeliners, and I have to say I love them. So I am wearing one of them today. So this one here is number 46, Emerald, and that's it. And the reason I like these better, the old ones to me were inconsistent. Sometimes you got one, it was nice and creamy. Other times they were a little bit drier and chalkier. So they weren't a go-to eyeliner for me, but these, they are creamier. They definitely go on better, and they're really lasting. Like, I don't really put things in my waterlines too often, but these, they work in my waterlines. So I like them. They don't irritate my sensitive eyes, and yeah, they've got great colors. So I would definitely repurchase these eyeliners again. I picked up all 14. Did I need all 14? Not really. Would I pick up all 14 again? Probably. Well, at least 13 of them. I'm still not sold on the Arrow shade, but I know so many people love that. So when I do have a shade like that that I don't necessarily love, I use it as a lip liner, or I pair it with another shade closer to the lash line. So I do have a couple of Chanel videos out with more on those, so check those out if you're interested. Next, we have the Laura Mercier Rose Glow collection. So this is the highlight, and I have to say I really like the, well, let's put it here. I love the color of this highlighter. I think it is very beautiful. I wouldn't mind it being a little bit lighter, but it does work on me, and it's supposed to be self-adjusting. I think that is silly. I don't find it to be self-adjusting. I just think it is a highlighter that works well in a lot of skin tones. I would not tend to say it would work necessarily on every skin tone. This is one of the new caviar sticks in that collection. This one is Wild Rose, and this one is a champagne shade with a touch of pink, and I really like it. So you've got a little bit of time to kind of spread that out, and then they set and they'll last all day. So this one in particular, I really like the shade to use as a base for eyeshadow and everything. If you have oily lids, I haven't had very oily lids before, but my lids have been oilier than they are now when I was younger. And using these as a base and then putting something else on, they work very well for like primer purposes and so forth as well. And they're just really nice. So eyeshadow, eyeliner, they're great. Next up, we have the Dior Cruise Palette. And the launch for this was very annoying because they said it was only going to be available for 72 hours and then they were going to take it down and it would come back at a later date. Well, they basically never took it down. So then they claimed that they were having trouble with the website and they couldn't get it down, and yet they still continue to release new things. But anyway, that being said, this is a limited edition Quint, and I really love the color story of this. So let's put that here. And these shadows, I think, are really beautiful. These 4 shades, so not including the middle. Okay, those 4 shades are very neutral. They're soft. You can get a really great sophisticated look. Then you add in this more coppery shade and you can get something much more vibrant. And this is a warm shade, whereas everything else is pretty neutral. So I think it's a really great palette, very versatile. It is limited edition and it's exclusive to the Dior website. Next, we have the Say bronzer. So I picked up the light bronze shade, and I think this is a nice product. You know, if you're looking for an alternative to the Chanel, this is a good alternative in my opinion. Let's get a little bit more here. I think it has a nice consistency. It performs well. It's comfortable in the skin. They have 4 shades, so it does have better color options. This particular shade is just a little bit warmer than what I prefer. So I wouldn't pick up this particular shade again. I prefer something just a little bit cooler, but again, I'm not a huge bronzer person because my skin is so fair. I burn, I don't tan. So I always tend to look for bronzers with a touch of red in it. And this one is definitely more golden. So if that's something that you like, I do think this is a really nice product. So for my skin tone, I'm not going to repurchase this. I would consider the medium one. Actually looked like it might work a little bit better. I don't know. But yeah, for me, I wouldn't, but I would repurchase the product in a different color again. Then we have some items from Givenchy. So originally, a few months ago, I picked up a Givenchy palette. I think it's 906. Let me see here. So 904. So that's this one here. And these ones here, they just didn't perform very well. They were kind of a little bit dry. They were okay, you know. This one, however, performs really well. So the shadows are creamy. I don't know what's up, like why one works so well and one didn't, but these go on like a dream. I love the colors. And here, let me show you this like silver shade here in the middle. It's just beautiful. You can see you got like purple tones in that. It's really pretty. I love this palette, so I would pick this one up again. The Givenchy Lip Pencil number 8, Parma Silhouette. This has become one of my go-tos. I love the color. It's this beautiful, like, you know, nude pink shade. And the consistency is creamy, yet it stays put. So I really have been enjoying that. I've actually been enjoying all of these Givenchy products that I picked up. So I also picked up these 2 eyeliners. This one here is in Lilac, I think. Yes, number 6, Lilac. And then I have number 4, Cobalt here as well. And I like these. So these are creamy. They go on very well. They stay put, yet look how vibrant the colors are. They kind of have like a brighter base to them. I really like them. They provide a really nice contrast. So these I would repurchase. And I picked up this highlighter from Givenchy. This is number 1, Shimmery Pink. And I'm going to put this one right up here at the top. So you can see the difference between the Laura Mercier. I really like this. This one is perfect for my skin tone. It is a little bit brighter than the Laura Mercier, but depending on what kind of brush you use will determine how much shine and so forth you have. It's the perfect like everyday highlighter for my skin tone. I would definitely repurchase this. And then I also picked up another one of the Le Rouge Deep Velvet lipsticks from Givenchy, and I really love the formula of these. So this is number 14, Rose Boise, or Rose Boise. I'm not sure which way you're supposed to say it, but I think it's Boise actually. But anyway, I really love the formula of these, and I love this color, and I get compliments every time I wear it. So definitely pick this one up again. The Givenchy items that I got this month were all winners. I have to say, I really like those. And then Jones Road. I picked up all of the Jones Road singles except for the matte black because I didn't need one of those. And I am so incredibly impressed with the formula of these. This is a shade Ash. There are mattes, there are shimmers, and like metallics and so forth. This one here is Penny, which is going to be a shimmery shade. Let's put that here. But this formula, they last all day. They're pretty much all neutrals that she put out. Well, they are all neutrals that she put out, but they are, and when I say she, I mean Bobbi Brown, who created Jones Road. And these eyeshadow formulas, they stay put. They have such a beautiful texture, and I really like them. And one of the things I love about the shades in here is that they are neutrals, and they have neutrals that lean a little cooler as well, which, if you're somebody who likes cooler leaning neutrals like I do, it's been so hard to find colors that truly fit that description, and these do. So I really love them, and I think they are one of the easiest eyeshadow formulas to use, and they really stay put. So I'm really impressed with these. I would definitely repurchase them, and I hope she expands and adds some color in. Though with her aesthetic, I'm not holding my breath on that because I would love to see purples and greens. I don't think she's gonna go there with this line though. And while we're at it, this will actually probably be in July's repurchase review, but the Jones Road Brow Pencil, I've been playing with this, and I really think it's cool. You see the little like fibers sticking up? It's a fiber brow pencil. It's awesome. So I've been using this for the last several days, and it goes on creamy. It's got this like really creamy texture to it, and then it's got the fibers. It holds up really well. So definitely impressed with those items. Next, we have the Clé de Peau foundation. This is the Radiant Natural foundation, or the Radiant Fluid Foundation Natural. I have shade I-10. And I love this. I have this on my skin right now mixed with the matte version. And I do like to mix them quite a bit because this natural version, I actually consider it more of a glow version than a natural version. I think it does have like more of a glowy finish to it. And the matte one obviously is matte. I get the perfect finish when I mix the two of these together. So that's what I have on right now. And I think I still get glow from it without, shine. So I really like it. I purchased mine from Harrods. It's supposed to be in the US, I believe, sometime during July. So, no need to rush out and, place an order if you're ready to wait for it. So it should be coming soon from my understanding, but I think it's a fantastic formula, and I've been reaching for this like every day. So the foundations I've been using the mix of the Clé de Peau, or sometimes just this one when I want something a little bit glowier, and then the Givenchy Prisma Libre foundation. Those are the ones I've been reaching for the most. And then, I still reach for my Kogan Dough foundations periodically as well. But those are the ones that I use every day right now, and I really, really enjoy them. Next up, we have Salt New York. So first of all, packaging on this, stunning. I will definitely be picking up more of these palettes. I picked up a variety of products to choose. Now, by the way, the products here, this is like padded as well. It's like vegan leather. You've got a mirror in here. This is the big one. They also have a mini size, which fits 4 of these. And there's space here so you can easily move things around. You can even like put a couple brushes in here, like small brushes, so you can travel with this. So would I purchase these again? I would. I think, especially if you can get these on sale, they have like bundle deals and sales periodically. These are not very expensive to try a wide variety of colors. I don't think that they are the best formula ever, but I do think they are comparable with other cream products that are out there. And I think these are a better value, and they've got some great colors. So comparably to me, they remind me a lot of the Tower 28 products. I think performance-wise on my skin and texturally, that's what they feel like most to me. And I do really like these. I think in general, they're about like $16 each, but again, there are sales where you can get them at a lower price point. So I would definitely pick them up, during one of those. And regardless of the products inside, definitely picking up more of these actual palettes, because I think this is a great palette to have to kind of, travel with. And then like Surratt palettes and so forth, just add some magnetic stickers to those, put them in here. I love it. So this isn't big enough to fit my whole Surratt collection, but if I were traveling, that would be a great way for me to kind of carry those products with me. So yeah, Salt was a winner. And then we have Pat McGrath. So I picked up a ton of stuff from Pat McGrath. So this is the eyeshadow quad, which I was on the fence about, but it is so beautiful. Let me just show you this sparkly shade here. I'm glad I ended up picking this up. I think it is just stunning. And with the colors in here, you can create something neutral, you can create something vibrant and sparkly. And with her quads, you usually don't have quite as much versatility, but this one gives you that. So I think it's a really, really fantastic quad. I would definitely pick this one up again. And then her blushes. I picked up all of her blushes. She has some great like deals on her website to get them, in sets. So yeah, this one here is Desert Orchid. And I have to say, I really like the performance of her blushes. They are, for the most part, very bright and vibrant. So if you have a fair skin tone like I do, you want to start with just a little bit of product. These do build. And I think these are fantastic because these are one of the few blushes you can easily and quickly build to the color that is in the pan without it looking like powdery or anything. It looks very natural. So if I were to purchase these again, I think I would try to narrow it down to just a few colors. I don't need all of the ones that I picked up, but I wouldn't hesitate to pick up anything in this line. I really like them. Let me show you my favorites. All right, so I have a few favorites here. This one here is actually, it's not the best on me, but I think it's the most unique color in this collection. This is Paradise Venus, and I just think the color itself is stunning. It's a little bit, dark, so it's harder for me to apply that one lightly. So for me, it's not the best shade, but I think it's stunning. And then, probably no surprise, but my favorites are actually going to be primarily the lighter shades. So this one here is Flirtatious, and Flirtatious is, kind of this soft nude pink shade. It's perfect. I love that one. That would be my number one pick from these. And then I also really like this one here, Nymphette. This one does have shimmer, and when I heard that some of her blushes were having shimmer, I thought it was going to be like overpowering, but it's not. You can see this one's going to be a little bit pinker than Nymphette. And then even though this one's bright, I love it. This is Electric Bloom. So it's a bright coral. I do have to, be careful applying this, but it's not hard. It's not hard to go lightly with these. I just have to, make sure I'm using a brush that is appropriate for that. So I want to use something fluffier. I think it just gives a beautiful, beautiful glow to the skin. And then also from this launch, I picked up the highlighter in Golden Nectar. This I would not purchase again. It is too dark for me. I'm just gonna put this one right here, kind of in the middle. You can see how deep that is. And yeah, it's too dark and it's too gold. So I think the consistency and the formula of it is nice, but the shade for me doesn't work, so I wouldn't pick this one up. And then I also picked up one of the Divine Lip Shines in Divine Rose 2. And I have finally decided, out of all of Pat McGrath's lip products, this is really the only one I truly love. So these are more of a balm style lipstick. I really love this color. I love the formula of these. I'm still, I find her packaging sometimes, it gets a little gummy to turn it, Mine in this haven't gotten there yet, but they are a little bit stiff. So just something to note, but I do really like that. I would pick that one up again. All right, so that's it for June. And just to reiterate some other favorites, things I've been reaching for a lot, I have been still using my Surratt Perfectioniste primer. You can see this is almost empty. Been using that a ton. For eye primer, I'm still using the Viseart eye primer the most. Eyeshadows, I've been playing around quite a bit. You know, obviously I've used the new ones that were featured here this month, and I used those quite a bit, but I'm also using the Viseart Soleil, what's it called? I've also been using this one, the Soleil La Plage from Viseart. So I've been using this a lot just for like kind of a light look. And I've been reaching a lot for my eye crayons, like the Sisley Pencil and Topaz, the By Terry and Bronze Moon. So I've been using those a lot for eyeshadow, either as base or just overall color. And I've also been using a lot of like random shadows, like my Dior Monos, the single shadows. So I've been using these. I can't say there's a particular color I'm using more than another. I've been trying to kind of spread it out. As for concealer, I have actually gone back to my Clé de Peau Radiant Corrector for Eyes. I use this most of the month. I have the shade Ivory, which is too dark for me to use as concealer on top of foundation, but it works so well underneath, and I find that it performs really well with these Clé de Peau foundations. So I've been reaching for this one the most, and I really like this. I am still also using the Merit Stick also underneath. And for bronzer, I've been using the new Deep Bronzer and the Chanel Cream Bronzer. I've been using that, my Gucci bronzer, or the Westman Atelier contour stick. So those are kind of things that I've been reaching for. Blushes, going all over the place. I mean, there have been so many great blush releases. I will be doing a blush roundup relatively soon. It's taking me a while. Those videos actually take a very, very long time for me to kind of figure out how to present and to actually, you know, get those done. So will take a while, but I've been reaching for the Givenchy loose blushes a lot. Been testing these out, and yeah, that's something you'll see a review on that in July. And lips, you know, honestly, been wearing everything. I can't say there's one thing I use more than another, although I have been using the Givenchy lip balm every morning when I get up. That's the lip balm I put on when I do my skincare in the morning, and that's gonna be an empty. Probably not this month, maybe the month after, but it's getting low. And then I'm still using the Hermes Poppy Lip Shine and those Hermes lip enhancers. I've been reaching for those a ton just to kind of touch up and top off throughout the day. So those are things I'm using consistently, but lipsticks and everything, I've been, you know, playing around, reaching for a wide variety of products. So not one thing there. Highlighters, you know, same story. I've been using a wide variety of things. One that I keep reaching for though, when I use cream products, is the Ritual Defeat and Ice Bow. So they actually sell this at Ulta now. When I bought it, they only had it at Ritual Defeat, and I think, well, at least this shade was only there. But this is Ice Bow. It's a cream highlighter, and it's so natural and neutral and beautiful. It gives a really nice shine. So this is probably my most reach for cream highlighter, and I have a wide variety that I've been using. Also still loving the Surratt Torche Lumières. Diamante is my favorite shade there. The Guerlain Meteorites Pearl Dust, use that quite a bit. And yeah, there's just a range. So I think overall that covers everything that I have been using a ton of. Haven't been using too much powder this month. I've been going more dewy. And yeah, that's it. So I hope this was helpful. I'd love to know what you've been reaching for. What are some things that you've purchased and loved recently, or things that you are interested in picking up? And thanks so much for tuning in. So if you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you very soon. So have a great day.